Good evening and welcome again to our session, Talk Sex. If you have not yet invited your friends to come and join in and to listen and learn, now is an excellent opportunity to share this video so that they can become a part of this forum. I am Maureen Minto, of course, of the Healthy Living Herbal Clinic with more than 30 years of experience. And I think that is what makes me able to talk sex. Of course, I have mothered, biologically mothered, 2 children. One of them is behind the camera, one of them is walking around the place. And I think, so years of having sex makes me able to talk sex. All right. Where are we going tonight? Because time is short. Generally, we want this session to be very short and spicy. 15 minutes, give you an opportunity to ask your questions. And then, we close out nice and easy with prayers and blessings for everybody. So, all right. This afternoon, I have a few topics. We're out in the open. Of course, mosquitoes are getting me now. But we have a few topics that I want us to talk about. And I'm going to say this part. God, the creator of heaven and earth, has given to us tools. Unfortunately, many of us have not done an excellent job. Eugene, I want you to come close, because what I'm going to say, I don't want the brothers to miss a word of it. No, God, the creator of heaven and earth, has given to us tools. Unfortunately, many of us have not been educated about it or how to care for the tools. And so we are in a dilemma. Many women are suffering and will be forced to either help themselves or turn to the same sex because the men are not able to give them that full satisfaction that they desire. Now the aim, please come close, Eugene. The aim of this effort is to help to educate a generation that has already lost it and the next generation that is losing it. So many of you fathers and mothers that are listening, you have a responsibility to take care of this generation, this going out generation. So we're talking about those who are approaching 50s and the upcoming generations, meaning our teenagers and our young adults. So we're going up to the 30s now. Now, why is it so important for us to spend so much time to talk about sex when there is so much else happening? People are dying from diabetes, high blood pressure, cancers, fibroids are giving us problems. Why is Miss Minto talking about sex? Because sex is very important to our health. It's a gift that the Most High has given to us. The only other pleasure that I know of that can equate to sex is having, I'm going to say, sex with the Creator, spiritual sex, what we call an anointing. That's the only other thing that I know of that can take you that high. Naturally. Now, of course, somebody might say, what about the ganja and the marijuana and the alcohol? Those affect your nervous system in such a way that you don't even fully get to become a part of that whole sensation. But when you have sex, it stimulates every action in the body, and it is healing as well to the body. And such a gift, it's not just for pleasure, but it is medicinal. And it is not just medicinal, but it is also something that has lasting memorial effect. And we're going to be looking at a few of those things. So today, when we talk about, when we're talking sex this afternoon, we're going to be looking first at the food that is important for sex, and then we're going to be looking at a few things that negatively destroy our sex lives, especially when it comes down to the older body, to be looking at that. So when it comes down to food now, and this again, I want you to hear me well. The first part of fixing your sex life begins with your food. Can you repeat that with me? I know it sounds like a classroom, but you are in a classroom. Many of you need to be placed back into a classroom and learn. The first part of fixing your sex problems, your erection problem, begins with your food. That is where the problems start for most of you, and that is how you're going to fix it. So I have a little sample of foods that I want you to pay attention to. And of course, I have oranges here. Most of you who are on the diet already, you realize that oranges are very important in what we do. Citrus, vitamin C. So many of us have had sexual exposures, and we'll look at that one day. But these sexual exposures expose us to bacteria, fungus, microorganisms, which will influence our body odor. Now, if the healthier that you eat, the more vitamin C that you put into your body, it is less likely that you will take away the body odor from the person that you have had that intimate contact with. And then of course I have, you know, nice sweet mangoes, and I have melon. Now the reason why I have emphasized the melon is that some people believe that they want a quick fix. So they quickly try and find a food. They want Miss Minter to say, this food is going to fix your sex erection, that one is going to fix your erection. So some people say to me, why don't you do more videos to tell people what to do to fix their erection? You want me to tell you a lie? There is no magic cure, food or herbs for your erection. You want me to say it again? No magic cure nor herbs nor did eh. Hard work, variety is the spice of life, and variety it a go take to fix back the erection. So not true you see me put 1 and 2 food. There is no special. There are foods that can enhance it, and we will look at some of those food kinds. I'm not saying that the melon is, but it wouldn't be my choice. When it comes on to thinking of foods for the erection, I go seeds first. So you notice that peas, we have nice Jamaican peas. Seeds. Remember say you have seed and seed bag in your caca root, one need fix, and it starts with seeds. Now if these seeds have the ability to heal themselves and grow into big monster trees or vines or whatever, it will go do the same thing for you. We will look at that at another time as well. And then I have deliberately asked for these, the scallion and the thyme, because there are so many myths associated with sex. You know, like some men say, me not drink no thyme. Me don't want no thyme in the pot because the thyme I go give me stoppage of water. Them don't want no passion because them here's a passion I go kill them nature. And, and the myths continue. It does not mean that they're all lies, but of course there needs to be clarity. I think we've spent sufficient time on foods for this afternoon, so I'm going to go a little bit into herbs. And for me, I have only brought this root here, this tonic here, which is what we call the Maasai roots. Now this is a combination of some hardcore mountainous herbs that we have combined. It's a regular Jamaican tonic. You know, the blood with chin, and it's a regular. So we have about 30 something roots that we combine, boil them down properly into a tonics. Most of you who are on the program, you'll realize you get a package marked the Maasai roots. And so one lady called me, she said, but why do I get all of these things when I only paid for the STI tonic? And I said, sister, there is no magic cure. This is what it takes. All those persons whom you have seen come on and testify that it helps, they had to. It is hard work. All right, so we said we're going to talk a little bit about odor. Fortunately, you go, you smell a fishy smell, and you know, say, boy, this one you not smell right. You ignore it. You plunge. You walk away with. It's important to pay attention to the odor. Very, very important. It's not something that happened by accident, but the creator created it as a warning sign. Many men are wise enough when they, they go for intercourse, and if they smell the vagina don't smell 100% fresh, then of course they back away, they walk away, because they know it is danger. Some of them from experience, but many of them, it is just an alert that came on their inside that says something isn't right. No, I'm not talking about just your personal female, no, I'm talking about, say you're going on the side and you're doing your little thing on the side. That's what I'm talking about. Because sometimes the personal female at home, there are many things that can contribute to her change of body odor, or a new body odor, or her acquiring a body odor. And it's not always that the man is being unfaithful. So sisters that are listening, it's not always that the woman is unfaithful. The man is unfaithful. Oftentimes we women, we are not paying attention either. A healthy vagina should have a clear discharge. Like when the nose is running and it's fresh cold and it's clear. It's not thick and mucilaginous, as they would say, but it's not thick and slimy, as we say in our colloquial way. All right, so it can have an odor, it can be without an odor coming in. The same thing happens with the vagina. So once they start to get that yellow one, it means that it is trapping the virus, and of course you can start to get blood in the discharge as well. And sometimes the blood in the discharge could be that there's a hormone issue now involved, and the lining of the womb is now also involved in what is happening. Of course, there are other colors that you can get, sometimes a little greenish, bluish greenish. Different people will have different colors that they will use to describe some of these discharge. All of them are messages to us as women. And very often, sometimes the men are not mindful in investigating some of these colors. So sometimes I say to the men, in a little foreplay, you touch the woman's vagina, right? You feel the clitoris. Then you take your finger, especially the middle finger, and take the middle finger and kind of insert it inside the vagina. Let it linger there, play around inside the vagina a little bit. Let it linger a little bit until the woman discharges on the finger. Then you pull it out and look at it. Examine the discharge. That will tell you something about what is happening inside the vagina. And some of the lessons are very important. We don't have time this afternoon to go into all the lessons that you will learn. But it is important for us to pay attention to odor, smell, look, feel when it comes on to sex. This is what makes the embodiment of it. And this is how you care your penis, which you must do. Because if you put your penis into an unhealthy vagina, you're going to walk away less healthier than you entered. And of course, a lot of times it affects the nerves, the muscles in the penis, weakens the penis. And next session, we're going to look at the different parts of the penis. We're going to look at the root, the neck, the head, and what they are for, and how they influence the pleasures that you get from sex. How do you damage them, and how do you save them? How do you heal them? So that's what we're going to be looking at next time. So if you've had your question, great. If you have shared this video, even the greater. I know this information might be out there, might not be out there, and lots of persons could be saved from this information. Some of your sons and daughters could be saved from this information. What we have also done is that we have placed the last video that we did, we have placed it on YouTube. You're also able to go on YouTube to gather some of that information. And hopefully this video, we will do the same thing to it. Are there questions for me, Eugene?
Not seeing?
No, not seeing any. All right. So there are no questions for me. I am going to thank you for tuning in and making it happen again on TikTok. And still no questions. Your final moments are opportunities to ask us more questions. We do hope that this talk session was beneficial to those of you who took the time to watch. Thank you. Done?